After season 6, fans have been talking about the show's next season. Lucifer is a Tom Capinos created American urban fantasy television series that started on January 25, 2016 and ended on September 10, 2021. Neil Gaiman, Sam Keith, and Mike Dridgenberg created the character, which is based on the DC Comics character The Sandman, who went on to star in a spin-off comic book series published by DC Comics' Vertigo imprint. The series was produced by Jerry Bruckheimer Television, DC Entertainment, and Warner Bros. Television. Lucifer Morningstar, played by Tom Ellis, the DC Universe's version of the Devil, departs Hell for Los Angeles, where he runs his own nightclub named Lux and works as a police consultant. D.B. Woodside plays Amenadiel, Lesley-Ann Brandt plays Mazikeen, Rachel Harris plays Dr. Linda Martin, and Amy Garcia plays Ella Lopez. Lauren German plays Detective Chloe Decker, and Kevin Alejandro plays Detective Daniel Dan Espinoza. With the third season, most of the filming took place in Vancouver before being moved to Los Angeles entirely. The first season received mixed reviews from critics, while subsequent seasons received rave reviews, with many complimenting Ellis' performance in particular. Despite the show's initial popularity, ratings on Fox were persistently low throughout its duration. Lucifer was cancelled after 3 seasons on Fox. A month later, Netflix picked up the series, which lasted another 3 seasons. Now, will there be a season 7 for Lucifer? Lucifer Season 6 is the final season of the Netflix original series. Unfortunately, Lucifer Season 7 will not be available on Netflix in any way, shape, or form. Even the devil has to say goodbye, right? With the knowledge that this would be the final season, the cast and creative team went to considerable pains to give fans a satisfying conclusion. Even with final seasons are announced, we live in the age of reboots and revivals. Do you believe a show is ever completely gone because the episodes are available on Netflix and might resurface at any time? Almost certainly not. Season 6 of Lucifer, on the other hand, marks the end of the show. Netflix even poked a little fun at all of the starts and stops with Lucifer in its synopsis of the final seasons, which we've shared below via Netflix. This is it, the final season of Lucifer, for real this time. The devil himself has become God, almost. Why is he hesitating? And as the world starts to unravel without a god, what will he do in response? Join us as we say a bittersweet goodbye to Lucifer, Chloe, Amenadiel, Maze, Linda, Ella, and Dan. Bring tissues. And as for why Season 6 of Lucifer is the final season, the lack of a 7th season of Lucifer is due to the creators' intentions. The showrunners Joe Henderson and Ildi Modrovich came to the series with a plan for how and when they wanted things to end, and they're sticking to it. In fact, the couple told Entertainment Weekly that they almost didn't accept Netflix's invitation return for 10 more episodes. They were happy with where Season 5 left things, and it was only after much deliberation that they came up with a strategy for Season 6. They can't imagine not having that extra season in retrospect. The 6th season concluded precisely where they intended it to. Henderson told EW, and that's their final journey with these characters. It's the story we were always going to tell, but just written much larger and to me now so much more interestingly, that it breaks my heart to think we weren't originally going to do it this way. When they were like, "Can you do one more?" we said yes, but this is our last story. Is a spin-off possible for Lucifer? Lucifer, on the other hand, doesn't need a 7th season to reintroduce viewers to the universe it created. Even if Lucifer and Chloe's stories are finished, Rory's presence allows for a sequel. Finally, the series doesn't go into great depth regarding her fate, but it also doesn't give her anything to do. It appears that Henderson and Modrovich have no plans to return to Earth anytime soon, if ever. Things change though, and reboots and reunions have become regular. Although a 7th season of Lucifer is unlikely, fans may witness a return to this world in the future. When it comes to heaven and hell, anything is possible, right? Since we won't be having a 7th season for Lucifer, let's talk about how the 6th season ended and a few facts about the show. Here's a short summary on how the show ended. Heads up, spoiler alert. Despite the fact that this would be fantastic, Rory admits that she has no idea who he is. Lucifer and Chloe both head to the 10th and Swanson, while Rory informs Vincent that he will be famous in the future for choking on a corn dog while taking a poo. Rory flies away with her wings, but a dart pistol shoots her many times. Lucifer and Chloe are ambushed as they approach, and Lucifer is stabbed with one of Rory's ripped out wings. Chloe knows that today isn't the day she would die after a major gunfight in which she is nearly killed when stabbed by one of the wings. Because Rory is tethered, Vincent warns Lucifer not to move. Vincent desires Lucifer's death because he believes Lucifer is harming him, not because of his guilt. In order to save Rory, Lucifer promises to die. Rory, thankfully for our beloved demon, manages to break free and reveal her evil face to Vincent. Rory begs Lucifer not to kill Vincent because he is superior to him. She pays attentively and refers to him as her father for the first time. Vincent is determined and he attempts to murder Lucifer, but you must give him credit. This time though, Chloe is present and she shoots him. Despite the fact that the bullet does not kill him, the two blades on which he lands will. Like Dan, he wants to see the light as he goes away. The gloom, on the other hand, has blinded Vincent. Isn't that a good way to avoid a crisis? No. Rory is unlikely to be abandoned as she has never been before. Lucifer explains that it was he who urged Dan to visit Trixie, luring him to heaven. Lee was in the same boat. He also helped Rory by preventing her from murdering Vincent. That could explain how Rory was able to return in time. In this way, Lucifer could be of practical use to her. Hell does not require a keeper, but rather a healer. But has Lucifer figured out what he wants to do with his life? Up in heaven, Amenadiel is God, while Chloe is back with the LAPD. Ella is running her charity with Carol by her side. Make a cameo appearance. Dan is having the time of his life with Charlotte Richards. Nice. Linda and Amenadiel are celebrating Charlie's birthday when he reveals his wings. Chloe gives birth and returns home with her baby Rory, while Maze and Eve chase down a criminal to knock him out while Chloe is giving birth. Even after a long time has passed, Rory is by Chloe's bedside when she passes away. During the last few episodes, we saw Rory return from the past, also known as what we saw in the previous episodes. Knowing what Lucifer had done for them, Rory asks Chloe how she managed to put up with her. I wouldn't change a thing. After she dies, Chloe gets a visit from Amenadiel. Are you ready to go home? Lucifer has taken over Linda's place in hell, and he now counsels the lost souls. Vincent is also there. Lucifer suggests that Vincent needs more time and offers to shoot someone in the face. The door has been knocked on, and finally Chloe arrived. I thought you could use a partner, Chloe said. Well, that concludes the ending with Chloe joining Lucifer in hell. Guess we could say it's a happy ending, right? And here's some trivia for you guys. An episode in the 6th season of Lucifer was inspired by Avatar: The Last Airbender. In Season 6, the show revisits the show's past. Season 6, Episode 8 of Lucifer, Save the Devil, Save the World, does not feature the show's final episode. But it does reflect on all that transpired before to the series' conclusion. Linda's manuscript, a novel she authored based on her encounters with Lucifer, is sifted through by the characters as they seek to halt the end of the world. The group sees how Lucifer views each of them as it replays some of the show's most memorable scenes. They also have the opportunity to reflect on their own decisions, which leads to some amusing and emotional outcomes. Lucifer's producers took inspiration from the Last Airbender episode The Ember Island Players, which takes place right before the show's finale and sees Team Avatar attending a play about their life. Exaggerating the personalities to ludicrous dimensions, reviewing prior events in a way that allows the characters to comment on them, the acting group executing it. It's a brilliant approach to pay tribute to the entire series. Lucifer's rendition, of course, differs slightly from the Ember Island Players. Now that's a wrap for this video. What are your thoughts for this outcome for Lucifer Season 7? Let us know in the comment section below. We hope you guys liked the video. Stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.